Hey guys, welcome back to Dan's Pro Shop. Got a quick little one for you today, but I found something that I thought was cool and it's worth sharing. So let's start this video off with a flash. So just in case you guys have been living under a rock, this company is called OLIGHT, and they specialize in making LED flashlights. They make tactical lights for firearms. They make EDC flashlights like what I have here, all kinds of awesome stuff. And they are really becoming a huge player in the game, and they can no longer be ignored. And what I got for you today is the Arkfeld Pro and the Oclip. Let's start out by digging into some of the features of these awesome everyday carry flashlights. So in no particular order here, let's just start off with the Arkfeld Pro because I feel like this is an awesome everyday carry light. You guys can see here on the front of this completely billet aluminum flashlight. That's right, I said billet. This entire thing comes from one solid piece of aluminum and it is machined out to accept all the components inside. On the back here, you see that there is a nice spring steel pocket clip and it goes all the way to the top here. So whenever this thing is in your pocket, it is fully concealed. And the only thing exterior is this outside of the clip. And there's even another clip on the outside. If you choose to hang your keys off of this or use it for a money clip or whatever, it's just nice that you have that option. I'll show you this functionality in a little bit. And the retaining method they use for this clip are some machine screws, which also encapsulates the rechargeable lithium-ion battery. On the front side here, you can see that there is a dial with 3 different selections. And in the center here, we have the activation button for on and off. Now, in case you guys are wondering what the 3 functions are here, we have a normal flashlight with 3 different brightness settings. In the center here, we have a green laser pointer. And on this side, which I think is the coolest addition, especially if you're an automotive tech, this is a UV light. And underneath here, you guys see these 4 little dashes. That's an LED battery life indicator. So whenever you turn the flashlight on, it gives you your state of charge in 25% increments. So let's just start off with the flashlight itself. You press the center blue button and you have your light. In order to change the brightness setting, you press and hold the on button and you go between low, medium, and high. And wherever you want it to stop at, just simply release. And it retains that memory. Whenever you turn it off and turn it back on the next time, it stays where you have it set. So let's just put this onto the low setting. Let's say that you're working on something that's really shiny or it glares a lot and you don't want to blind yourself while you're looking at it. Well, we have a nice low dim light, but it's still a super crisp white bluish light. We turn that off, put it back in your pocket, stow it for later. Whenever we pull it out to use it again, turn it on, it remembers that setting that we had it at. Moving on down the line here, if we have our dial selector in the center position, we have a green laser pointer. I know this may be difficult to see on the video here, but just like the belt clip, I will show you this functionality later. And the last and arguably the coolest selection on this thing is the UV light. Now, I don't know if necessarily everybody would have a good practical application for this, but in the event you are an automotive tech, you know searching for refrigerant leaks can be a difficult task. And normally you would need to have a kit or a special light or special glasses or something to see that leak detection die. Well, now OLIGHT has integrated a UV light into your regular everyday carry flashlight. So whenever you're looking for those refrigeration leaks, you have a UV light right in your pocket along with your regular flashlight. How cool is that? And you guys may have noticed there in the last clip, that battery indicator light. Whenever you press it on, it automatically shows you the state of charge. And then it disappears after it's been on for so long. Now, since we're talking about charging, that is another cool thing that I want to go over with you guys. Take a look here at the bottom. These 2 things on the side here are magnets, and they are ridiculously strong magnets also. So you can prop this thing up, stick it up underneath the hood, stick it on the side of your toolbox, whatever you need to do. But check out this center post here. That center post pairs with this magnetic charger supplied by OLIGHT. If you guys are used to an Apple iWatch, this is very similar. It just sticks right on the bottom, and then this bezel around the charger actually indicates your state of charge while it's plugged in. Let me show you. So check that out. Now that we're plugged into a regular USB outlet here, that bezel on the back of the magnetic charger shows you that it's plugged in and ready to rock. Whenever you slam it onto there, you see, this may be difficult. It's bright. Hold on, let me kill the lights. Check that out. The plug changed to red, letting me know that this thing is currently charging. Whenever I unplug it, it goes to green to just let me know that this thing is on and ready to charge. Whenever I slap it on there, it changes to red to let me know that it's charged. And whenever it is completely charged, this will turn back to green. Not to mention, we still have the battery life indicator on the flashlight itself. And I got to tell you guys, I've been using this particular flashlight as my everyday carry flashlight for about a month now. And you really do not need to charge this thing every day. It depends on the amount of use, obviously, but I would say give or take maybe every other day you have to charge this. But it's nice since this takes a USB charger, honestly, like everything else these days. You leave this at your toolbox or plug it into the side of your laptop, whatever, or leave it on your end stand. At the end of the day, slap it on there, leave it on your desk, and it's good to go. It'll be fully charged and ready to go in the morning. So I have here just a piece of 1/2-inch steel, nothing fancy, but I want to show you guys how good this magnet is. So whether you're working underneath something or you stick this underneath a hood or on a frame rail on the side of your toolbox, whatever you need to do, this thing is more than strong enough to hold itself. I mean, obviously I wouldn't hang off of it, but it's got more than enough to do what it needs to do. And as far as the belt clip is concerned, like I pointed out, how the crest of the clip goes all the way to the end of the flashlight makes it really nice and low profile when it's in your pocket. None of it sticks out of the top and it's perfectly flush with the top of your pocket. And we have this outside clip here. You guys can tell it kind of has like two belt clips. The one main one that goes on your pocket or your belt, and then there's another one on the outside for accessories such as keys. So we go ahead, put this in our pocket, and then we have that outside one exposed that we can clip whatever we want to onto it. How nice is that? So now you have options. It's not just one thing. You can use it for whatever you need. Talk about user-friendly. Now again, here we are with the lights off, just so I can better illustrate how well this thing works. We're going to use the green laser pointer. Check that out. I mean, this is one of those things that you don't want to get busted pointing at airplanes. But this is super nice. If you're trying to describe something to somebody or simply just want to point out something that you don't want to get that close to or you don't want to touch, it's just really nice that you have that functionality. And it's one more thing that you can just keep in your pocket all of the time. Since we have the lights off, we might as well go through the other functions here. This is the UV. Look at that. It really just makes all light colors very vibrant. And like I said, this particular function is awesome for automotive techs looking for refrigerant leaks in AC systems. Now going over to the regular flashlight mode. Remember, this thing remembered that I stopped it in its lowest setting. So there is our low, medium, and high. This thing is absolutely awesome, and it is more than bright enough for whatever you're trying to do. So just in case you guys are wondering about some specs on here, let me throw some numbers at you. This is the cool white with the temperature between 5700 and 6700 K. If you guys know anything about color temperature, that just means the actual color of the light that you're getting out. Now, like I mentioned with the regular flashlight function, you have different modes that you can put this into. With its lowest setting, which they refer to as moonlight, being only 1 candle power, this thing will last for 11 days continuously. And all the way up at its highest one, which they refer to as turbo, it is 126-minute continuous running at 2600 candle power. And with the UV light on at a wavelength of 365 nanometers, the runtime is 310 minutes continuous. So I don't think I need to tell you guys how awesome this thing is and what a great addition this would be to your everyday carry. Now that we've gone over the Arkfeld, let's look at the little brother, the Oclip. Now, this guy clearly doesn't have as much functionality as the Arkfeld, but this has its strengths in its own category. First things first, you guys can tell how small this is. It's literally the size of a tie clip. And honestly, it could be used for that. Depends on where you're dressing for. On the back here, we simply have a tie clip that's also magnetic. Again, with the steel plate, check that out. Put this wherever you want to, on a frame rail underneath the car, up underneath the hood. You stick it on whatever you need to do to get light where you need it to go. And to activate this little bugger, right on the side here is a power switch. Look at that. And just like the Arkfeld, we have different brightness settings. You just hold it until you go to where you want to go and release. Whenever you do a power cycle, it will remember what setting you had it at. Now, just like the Arkfeld, this one is USB rechargeable. It's not nearly as fancy as the other one, but this takes a regular USB Type-C charging cable, like almost everything else in the world now. So OLIGHT was kind enough to supply our own USB charging cable. This one does not light up like the other one. However, it still charges the same way. But I absolutely love the simplicity and the size of this little bugger. You know, you clip it onto your shirt, turn it on, now you have hands-free LED work light. Or another cool thing that I found, clip it onto the bottom of your ball cap. You know, the way that it's angled, you know, it depends on you. You might blind yourself, or you have nice hands-free illumination of your work area. And you get that combined magnet. I think this is a great little addition that would be a cool gift for anybody anytime, or an awesome little stocking stuffer. So this guy also has a battery charge state indicator. Here on the power button, there is an LED in the center of it. You guys see that there, how it's lit up green? That means that we have a good state of charge. Whenever it's plugged in, this turns red and will change to green whenever it's 100%. And in case you guys are wondering about stats for this Oclip, at its lowest setting, you will get 30 hours of continuous runtime. And at its highest setting, you will get 60 minutes continuous running. So guys, I know this one is nothing earth-shattering, but like I try to do most of the time, I found something cool that I really do see a value in and that I thought would be worth sharing with you guys. So if you guys are interested in these two lights, one or the other, whatever you like, check out the links in the description below to see how you can get these things for yourself. And dude, I gotta tell you, these things have been solid additions to my everyday. Like I said, I've been using them for about a month now, and this Arkfeld Pro is my everyday put in my pocket, go to work light. This thing has been an absolute lifesaver. Just the fact that this thing has a magnet on it, you know, dumb stuff like that that you didn't think that you needed until you had it, and now you use it all of the time. And honestly, this little Oclip, I leave this in my electrician's tool bag. So if I need a light or something, I clip it onto my hat brim, and now I have good light hands-free. It's just absolutely awesome, and I couldn't endorse these anymore. I absolutely love these things, and I think they're well worth the investment. So like I said, if you're interested, check out the links in the description below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.